Greetings. This is my 2016 Tacoma. It's a seriously great truck. However, one issue I have is it is 2018. I want to mount a mobile phone. I've tried the suction cup on the window thing. It's not really my deal. When you go to look for other solutions, you discover that the designers at Toyota have a very strong aversion to flat surfaces, and that makes it challenging to mount a phone. However, I think I have found a spot right here. So let's see how it goes. I have tried a few different solutions for mounting my phone, not enough to consider myself anywhere near an expert. However, RAM mounts are something that have been very much embraced by the overlanding community, something I like to do. They're supposed to be quite durable, and one of their base styles looks like it will fit right here. So that's what we're going to try. So this portion around the radio just pops out. You want to be cautious, but you basically just pull it out. And we'll take this and get to work. All right, welcome to my high-tech photo studio here, also known as the laundry room on top of the washing machine. So this is the trim that I took off from the inside, and this is the RAM mount I'm going to use. This, I think they call it the B base. It's the 1-inch ball, and it does look like it fits right here. Now, the inside of this is, of course, quite irregular. But it looks like there's a little bit of a void here, and there's whole other trim piece inside that we have to take off, because the other part is going to mount, the other end of this is going to mount here, so we need to get into that. To get off this other little trim piece, there's a number of screws we're just going to take out and pull the interior part off. Once you have the screws removed, there are 3 little clips that you have to push the tabs in to allow you to remove this portion. So what we see is that this goes over here, and there's a void here that goes straight through the 2 layers. But then here we've got a spot where this section of the mount is going to go into this little void here. So what we need to do is mark and drill down 2 spots, one taking us into this void, see how that matches up, and one going through both of these. So the underside here, it's a little difficult to see in the poor lighting here in my studio, but see these 3 little ridges, little flanges here for support. I'm going to try to leave those there. Of course, I'm going to want to have a washer backing this up. I'm not just like zipping plastic screws through there. So got a washer that fits in this space that is going to be helping hold the mount on. So I'm going to drill where this fits. So I'm actually finding the spot from the underside. So once I drilled from the underside of this, did a little pilot hole and then a larger hole, then I'm going to put the RAM mount on here, just drop a little screw through to anchor to help me find out my other position where I'm actually going to go in from the top. Now, the truth is I'm being a little bit vague on all my measurements and things, because basically I'm nobody's carpenter, and I hardly know what I'm doing here, and I don't want you to think that I really do know what I'm doing and do it exactly like I did. But the way that I have chosen to do it is to try to mark it first from the underside of this panel, and then find my other hole for the other side from the top. That's what makes sense to me. You see what works for you. So one thing I didn't actually notice before I started, even though this looked flat at a glance, I guess it was only flat by comparison, it's not flat. So I am putting a small rubber washer on one side of this so that it helps absorb some of the difference. See, it's not quite flat there, but a little rubber washer, I hope it won't look too bad. Maybe absorb a little vibration too. I'm going to layer the nuts and bolts and washers on the inside. Going to use a lock washer and also rubber washer on the low side, kind of sandwich it in between two other washers in order to help with any kind of vibration. Here it is from behind. The bolts I bought were a little shorter than they should have been, so I didn't get quite as many layers in there as I wanted. I really wanted a little bit of vibration dampening, which I have on this side. This one, because you're going through more, you're going through this underpiece as well. I should have had a little bit longer, but we'll put it back together now, put those screws back in, put it on the dash and see what we come up with. So here it is with just the ball mounted on the dash, and here's what it looks like mounted. It looks pretty clean. There's a little gap there. Obviously with the phone in front you would not see that gap. As I said, the RAM mount has a great reputation. This seems like a pretty solid mount. It's where I want it. It's out of the field of view looking forward, but it's right close to the dash. We'll see how it goes. After I go bouncing around a while, maybe I'll give you another report. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to comment below.